Hello, intern! Welcome to Research and Experimental Facility 03, the Deep Dark. Today we're going to be touring, so let's just go ahead and get this show on the road, shall we? My good buddy, hi, how are you? Hey, are you still playing poker with Secretary Fred? You are, you won? Oh, you were the first person to get rid of all your chips. I hate to break this to you. You know what? What's up with the experimental link? Oh. Hello, intern. Secretary Randall, hi, yeah. This is my intern. And we were thinking we could get full access. Would that be okay? Yes, no, yes, let's go. Full access. Alright, intern. Follow me. Our first subject today is going to be skulk sensors. If you look to your right, you can see a single skulk sensor. If you look to your left, you can see a collection of them. On your right, we see the single skulk sensor and how it interacts with a room full of wool. Skulk sensors seem to be activated by any audio triggers or any sort of sound. However, wool blocks seem to be one of the few things that AMPS have tried that have prevented this anomaly. Now, when they're in a group, you can see that they interact with each other. For instance, if I were to step off the wool, you can see how they light up as the audio cues bounce off one another. On your right, you will see the skulk catalyst. Now, the skulk catalyst is found much more sparsely throughout the ancient cities and seems to spread skulk when a living organism dies near it. If you look to your left, you will be able to see more so what I mean. Intern, your left, that's still the right. Yeah, good job. Alright. As you can see, something that resembles vines almost, made of skulk, spread out whenever a living organism dies near the catalyst. Our most recent subjects have been, Subject Eyebrows. They were having a great time. You know, let's move on, shall we? Why don't we? Alright, intern. Coming up here is the closest recreation AMPS could muster of a deep dark biome. So if you turn around, you can see the skulk catalyst and sensors working in some kind of strange unison. They seem to behave like fungi almost, but with some distinct differences. More blocks appear in the deep dark, but those primarily appear in ancient cities, which we will get to in just a moment. Let's continue on. Alright, intern. These are skulk shriekers. Now, the shriekers are something that are not to be taken lightly. The shriekers, if activated multiple times in unison by a skulk sensor signal or summon, we're not entirely sure, a creature of which AMPS does not know how to terminate right now. This creature is extremely violent, destructive, and inescapable. Man, that was dramatic thinking back. Anywho, down here we have moved away from the actual fungus things of the deep dark and have moved on to structures and blocks found in ancient and destroyed cities that you can also find in the deep dark. Here we have their ruined counterparts that we find in the ancient cities, and AMP's closest assumption as to what their recreation would be in the city's prime. That is cracked stone bricks, and that is polished stone bricks. To your left is cracked deep slate tiles, and to your right is regular deep slate tiles. These tiles make up most of the flooring in the ancient city, hence the name tiles, and are not honestly that ugly. Jeff, that is infested deep slate, and to your right is polished deep slate. Infected deep slate, we're not entirely sure what differs regular deep slate from it, but something definitely does. We'll get to that in a second in turn. Along this wall are soul lanterns and soul torches, both of which can be found in the ancient cities. Now, this is a very interesting development, because generally, these sort of lights are found and crafted with items in the nether. These are regular torches and lanterns crafted from items only found here in the overworld, which are not found in the ancient cities, so it does point to perhaps an ancient city's connection with the nether. Hey, intern. Thought I lost you there, buddy. That was reinforced deep slate, something found in the portals in the ancient cities that have no activation switch, and it took a Class C mining drill to uncover the reinforced deep slate. To your right and left are reconstructions of buildings that we found in the ancient cities. The one you're looking at now seems to be a commoner's house, although the actual models in the ancient cities are variant in size and shape. And to your right, that is a miniaturized recreation of the portal in the center of the ancient city. We believe that at some point the residents began to worship the portal as some sort of deity, but we can't really know because they have all died out long ago. Now, in turn, we're going to continue on to the experimental wing of the Research and Experimental Wing 03. And I should warn you before we get there that the experimental wing is not near as secure as our research wing. Some of the things you might see there may not... things. The creature that they signal is found in the experimental wing. You'll be able to see it and hopefully have an opportunity to watch us kill it. The experimental wing is much more dangerous than the research wing, intern, so tread lightly here. Secretary Jeff? Sorry, Fred. My bad. Okay, let's keep going. Why not? Yeah, we're gonna walk away from him. This is the experimental wing armory. As you can see, we arm our zombified piglins with this gear to combat any threats we may have revolving around the deep dark or any attackers to this base. Let's continue, shall we? Staring contest, intern. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, to your right and left are what are known by their creators as TNT Yeeters. However, here at AMPS we like to just call them TNT Throwers. They handle dangerous threats that we wouldn't send zombified piglins into with fear of losing unnecessary lives. Hence, the creature signaled by the Shriekers is dealt with the TNT Throwers because they are, at the end of the day, robots and not living beings. Our piglin force is made up of undead piglins, so you know that if we use the TNT throwers, it's not a pretty sight. Let's just say that. Alright, in turn, there is a hole leading down into the ancient city observation. Oh. What? Wait, experimental... What happened? He got out? How? Intern? Intern! Hey! 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 Crap. Right. Thank you. Move. Don't turn back. Keep going. Keep going. Alright, in turn, follow me. Secretary Fred! Yeah, intern, you may have some questions about what you just saw. Questions in which I do not have the answers to right now. I think it would be best for all of us if you were to forget it. Secretary Fred! Yeah, that's you. Hi. We're gonna be... That was Research and Experimental Wing 03, the Deep Dark. In turn, now we'll be returning to the Cradle to discuss our next endeavor. Only the finest here at AMPS are hired. Ignore guard. Anyway, let's go, intern.